It should never been a thing to begin with. And really, I think it only started because people were envious. That's it. I honestly think this whole thing started because people were envious.
Teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit, educational, or
No.
I got some big tea.
You messing, I'm a little messy too, but this ain't about me. This not about me. This ain't about me. I know I got limits.
Clock.
How was you well? How was you well?
Be sure to smash that follow button on all platforms. Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok.
And wait 1 minute, okay? I'm not here to destroy nobody, bully nobody, or intimidate nobody. I'm just putting out the stuff that you put on social media publicly. All right, y'all. Enjoy this clip.
I got all the receipts. I got the videos. I have the phone calls from the police. I have the video when the police showed up. I have the dash cam from everything. Okay? I have it all. So she told them people, she said, the day of the incident, when I put the shirt on his car, she said, I showed up and I was driving a Mercedes Benz. I was driving my husband's car because I had just come from the dealership. Why is she louder than people and say that when she was in a blue Bentley truck? You see what I'm saying? Everything from start to finish. But the gag is, so this is the real point. The point is not the line, right? That ain't the point. I mean, it kind of is, but it's not the point. Yeah, it kind of is. It kind of is the point, but it's not the point. The point is she tried to become like the leader of the group. And the other thing is, that's the same thing that happened in our book club. You know what I'm saying? She wanted to become like the leader. And then when you recognize that she don't really have like the leadership that it takes or whatever the case may be, then she gets upset and, she wants revenge pretty much. And I think, if you ask me, I don't know if you did, but if you ask me, I do think, right, with that barking dog, exactly. And the dog was like, you lying, okay? But if you look at what happened with the book club, right? We were going to do a book club between us on Periscope, right? It's the same line of thinking. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's the same rhetoric. It's the same, they say a dog, what they say, never change its spot? A leopard never change its spot. Same thing. Like, the same thing she did with us. It's that same activity, that same pattern. It's basically a playbook, word for word, verbatim, on what she did to those girls in the group, right? And much like what's getting ready to happen with Donald Trump and Elon Musk, it imploded. It died. And you had one group of people and another group of people against me. Pretty soon you had them against each other. And all I did was sit back and watch. That's it. I mean, just 2 seconds ago, y'all were trying to rip me apart and y'all were joining forces, not because you liked each other, which I guess that just goes to show you, like, that should be a study in psychology by itself, right? The only reason y'all friends is because you don't like me. You don't have anything else in common, right? You don't know, like, who these people are. You don't shoot marbles together. You don't hang out for their birthday. You didn't go to their kids' christening. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just don't even know these people. The only common denominator is your disdain for me on both parts, right? Well, you got to be careful too. I think in life, when you don't like somebody because your friend don't like them, or when you don't like somebody and they never did nothing to you, you got to be very, very, very careful, because that shit could implode and you could be getting yourself into some stuff you have no idea. You know what I'm saying? I think it's very weird. Now, I do have a, core foundation. Like, if my best friend say I don't fuck with that person, then I don't fuck with that person either, right? But this wasn't that case. You had literally two groups of people, and one of the groups, part of them, they were hiding under the guise of anonymity. You know what I'm saying? So, like, they were hiding behind not people, banking on people not knowing who they are. or who they were. Like, they were literally hiding behind that. And it was like, no, girl, when we found out who you are, you think I'm finna hold back? And I never held back. I didn't. And then they, oh my God, you should have did that. When I looked at the phone just like that, I said, I looked at the phone with the most confused look on my face whatsoever, because I'm thinking to myself, you get a chance to wear me out 15 times a day for 9 months, every day, and when I figure out who you are because you were hiding behind a profile picture and you were too sloppy to sweep around your own front door, then you get upset with me, girl, you just want to be upset, girl. What I just told you, who could get it? Even the grandmama. May she rest in peace. Even sis, make the good sauce meat from scratch. She could get it too. Man, please. It imploded. Rightfully so, though. It should have imploded. It should have even been a thing. But here's the point. I say all that to say this. Like a Baptist preacher. I say all that to get to this one point. As I go to my seat, and I close my message. I stopped by here this morning. While the sun is barely shining, and there's humidity in the air. No. I stopped by to say, it should never been a thing to begin with. And really, I think it only started because people were envious. That's it. I honestly think this whole thing started because people were envious. I don't feel like there's any other justification for any of this. I didn't scam any out. Employees cannot prove to you they did not get paid. You see what I'm saying? None of that happened. I think the only thing I can pinpoint is jealousy. Now, I'll tell you why I think it's jealousy. Because the Kitchenista said, and I quote, I don't get the respect I deserve. I don't know why he does. He hasn't paid his dues. I've done much more than him. This is a quote from her, out of her mouth. So in my mind, I'm thinking, well, that's the reason why the bitch is so upset. The bitch is mad because she felt like she should be further along than what she is. And all I'm saying is, I love talking to y'all, FYI. This is so cathartic. I don't even got to talk to my therapist about this. I talk to y'all. My thing is this. Korean jelly. It's like Jell-O, but 10 times better, with real fruit in the bottom of it. Okay, it's like Jell-O. I should get a spoon, but it's like mango jelly. Just FYI, just go with it. It is a solid, but you can slurp it a little bit. Okay. Anyway, the point is, if she would focus on her own stuff, you can't compare one person's journey to another person's journey. You see what I'm saying? If the heifer would focus on her own journey and lose a little bit of weight at the same time. What up, Tobias? It's 10:46 p.m. If she would focus, I'm in Singapore actually, not in Bali right now. If she would focus on her own shit, you see what I'm saying? If she would have done the work required. See, the problem is the bitch is not relatable to nobody. We out here now, okay? We out here now, might as well keep going. See, the deal is this. She's not relatable. Do you see what I'm saying? And I also think that she wants to be somebody she's not. Now, I haven't seen anything for her in probably 18 months. At least 18 months, right? I done go looking for her stuff, but every once in a while, y'all used to send me stuff or, you know, whatever. I'm not going to look for shit. So, not the world clock if you got an iPhone. I love it. She's not relatable. And so it's like, you can't be upset with somebody else because they can hold the audience and you can't. And I'll be honest with you. I never even realized that that was part of the issue. Right? Until I heard her say it out her mouth. I never realized me doing my live streams like this right here. No agenda, no piece of paper, hanging out, having a good time, shooting the shit, talking about whatever come to mind, eating mango jelly and noodles. You see what I'm saying? Girl, this not the life. Girl, I'm not out in San Tropez on the beach, girl, having cocktails. Now, I could, right? But I'm not doing any of that. What life do you think I actually have? Girl, I work every day, just like you do. I just do a little bit different work, but I work the same way. I believe, based on what she said, that's where the envy lies, right? The fact that, why don't I have people watching me talk about nothing? How is it that he can sit up there and just talk and talk and talk, and these people hang on to every word? First of all, I don't look at it like that. I am not some king, and these are not my subjects, right? I'd like to think there is a bit of reciprocity here, and I'd like to think there's a little bit of a community, right? If I ever come across as some draconian leader, please, by all means, check me. You see what I'm saying? By all means, say, Darius, I don't know who the fuck you think you are, but I don't bow to you. Please check me if that's the way I show up, because I don't want to show up like that. Well, here's the thing. You can't find an audience. You've got to build one. If you can't say amen, you can say ouch. You don't find an audience. I didn't find you. I built an audience brick by brick. Laid the foundation brick by brick. You know, not to toot my own horn, but the girls could learn a thing or two. The girls could learn a thing or two. The girls could learn a thing or two. She's boring. She has no personality. She's boring as all get out. She has no camera presence. Those arms are the size of Arkansas. And the kind of food that she cooks is really unapproachable. For the most part. And not for nothing. Girl, you out here cooking stuff like you got a French chateau. Girl, you over here in this, girl, shack of a dollhouse in Detroit. I'm talking about Angela Davis, the Kitchenista. You know, I don't mince words around here. That's who I'm referring to. Stop me when I'm lying.